She's 6 years old, dude. So then we're driving the other day. I'm late for gymnastics. So I'm driving as fast as I can to get to gymnastics. I get to the stop sign. There's 3 cop cars. 2 cop cars go through. I'm like, I'm late, dude. I'm sorry, third guy. I got to go. So I go. Third cop gets butthurt and starts following me everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, why is he following us? And then I get to this area and there's cops everywhere. I go, why are there so many cops? I say it out loud. She goes, man, there's a lot of cops. She goes, 6 years old. Do we live in a police state?
Oh no. My gosh, bro. That's your daughter.
Yeah, that's
your daughter.
She's listening to you talk to yourself, and she's just like, huh.
She says, do we live in a police state? You look back, and she's got a podcast mic like this.
Yeah.
We're friends that laugh, we're friends that shout. Sometimes we don't know what we're talking about, but that won't stop us. Nothing can stop us. Ooh, yeah. 'Cause I can show you use the love, just rebrand it enough. It's stronger, better, bigger power, 'cause it is the golden hour. It's the golden hour.
This guy. So what's going on with you?
What's going on with you?
Yo.
Sorry, I'm late.
Are you?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. 2 years we started 11 and you're here all the time and all of a sudden.
Nah, bro. Because my wife's doing the Harry Potter house and I fucking don't get the kids. I gotta watch kids and then it fucking takes
What do you mean a Harry Potter house?
What, are we ready?
Yeah.
Well, my wife's doing a wizard Airbnb.
Yeah, it's not Harry Potter house. Can't say that.
But also it's just it's a wizard Airbnb and it's almost done it. She's there killing it. So sometimes
What does that mean, a wizard Airbnb?
well
Themed?
yeah.
Like, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's fire.
It is, dude. And I didn't know it was gonna be fire, honestly.
So you guys bought a property and now you're Airbnb?
I had the property. We put the house on the market, and it's just like dog shit out there.
Yeah.
The market. So we're like, I'm not getting rid of it. Just make it a thing. And she's like, oh, I would love to make it a wizard Airbnb. I was like, you would? She's like, yeah. I was like, who's going to pay for that? Who's going to do it? She's like, I'll just do it. So it's amazing. I'll show you the video later. But anyway, and so we're going to book it out, and it's all. I was like, I mean, all right, if you want to do it, but. Everyone I talked to was like, oh, Harry Potter's so big. I know Harry Potter's big, but I'm like, okay, I guess we'll make some money. I'm still going to retire,
Yeah.
bro. I can do a Harry Potter.
Imagine you get to retire off the Harry Potter revenue.
No, do a wizard, do a super Mario Brothers one.
Marvel Comics?
Yeah, I don't care.
Let's go, dude. Get me out.
So she was staying over there last night, and I had to wait for the nanny to get here, and she, it's just like a disaster. But anyway, so sorry.
It's all right, dude.
I know, but it's rude.
Yeah, fine.
Well, then, no, wait, that's all I needed. Just say that. That's
No,
the
I showed up. We saw.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, pretty good.
That's
That's
true.
true.
That is true.
Well, welcome to the Golden Hour, Sam.
I'm here.
Our resident conspiracy theorist.
Yeah, dude. So it's a nice shady area you guys have.
Yeah.
My God, I thought you guys were working at the junkyard. I'm like, what are we? Where's the studio?
I thought that maybe it was going to be, honestly, some bad stuff was going to happen, but it never has. It's actually nicer than you think.
No, I love the valley. I used to live out this way.
I think we've just gotten lucky in this particular area.
Really? Yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's the valley. It's
yeah, I understand what you're saying, though. It's deep in the valley.
yeah. I mean, there's a junkyard down the street with shady looking cars.
Is there?
Yeah, it's like it's like really, it's like almost Armo like.
Well,
What it's like, it's a junkyard with insanely nice cars outside.
Yeah.
Which
So
makes me think
something's going on.
organized crime.
Yeah, something's going on.
Probably dead bodies in a trunk.
Probably somewhere,
But
dude.
that's how a lot of the what do you call it? We go to the coffee place and there's like a drug place you go where it's like
Oh yeah, there's like So first of all they got this like food coffee place right here
which
now,
makes no sense.
Which, it's like
That's the area that's
this
gentrified.
isn't
That one
the
building.
yeah.
It's a nice coffee place.
And then on the corner there's like a weed dispensary type thing, but the cops are always there.
Yeah.
Oh,
maybe
really?
Yeah.
Because they're probably selling some other shady
Getting a
shit
cut,
out of there.
or the cops are getting a cut of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or they're getting robbed. Because I think a
By
lot
the
of
cops.
the problem is, like, I don't know if banks take weed money now. I thought there was something where they wouldn't take weed money, so they got a ton of money on them, so they always get hit.
No, but didn't they decriminalize it federally? Then that's when the banks were allowed to.
It's like really weird with banking, dude. You never know, dude.
I know,
and this weed, dude, it ain't your grandpa's weed.
Like, so what do you mean though?
I'm in like recovery, dude, and like people come in on weed and they have tweaker energy.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, dude. It's like 30 times stronger than the weed your grandpa at Woodstock used to smoke.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, but if anything,
everything's more palpable.
I know, but if things are 10 times stronger, you change the dosage. I don't know if that's on.
No, you gotta go in and go. Give me the pussy ass shit like that. I don't want to do like that's my whole thing. It's like all this crazy shit going on in the world, like and whatever's happening in this country. If they just gave us cool shit, we would be cool with all of it. Like, just give us cool shit.
What do you mean by cool shit?
Like, make housing affordable, make gas affordable,
totally.
make movies entertaining. How about, like, drugs, cool, fun drugs again, where I don't get schizophrenia and worship the devil? Can I have that?
And speaking of, good segue, we were talking about this weird guy on the podcast. This what was the guy's name? The Reverend or something or other?
Oh, that guy. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We thought of you because
we thought of you.
Weird guys, of course.
No. What's
I'm like
his
the
name?
mascot.
The guy, I think his name is something Waiters or whatever his name is.
The guy who was talking about Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, the guy
Dr. Bishop Larry Gators.
Yes.
He said all that stuff on my show first.
Yeah, but
long time ago.
Yeah, but here's my thing though. What did he
show,
actually say? Because I watched this whole video of this thing, and he doesn't say anything. Let me just say this. This is my thing about conspiracy theorists. I think
They're
anybody
right all the time.
No, that's not the thing.
They're right more than we thought.
Way more than we thought.
Wait. But my thing is like, I don't mind. I think we all want to believe the thing that you're saying.
I think,
but the
most
proof
people
that you come up with is always bullshit sounding.
No,
That's
I
the
totally
thing.
didisagree with
This guy.
Well,
I'm
what
saying,
this guy does,
the
way this guy talks, you get to a point where you're like, all right, I actually don't even. He does something where you go, okay, I don't know what he's saying.
Because he will say that's for another discussion.
Right.
There is a lot about Kobe that is very weird.
Clear it up for us. That's what we're
Kobe
asking.
was very much into the dark arts,
Which is what?
which is occult. Could be into Aleister Crowley's called Thelema. He was into that shit, dude. He was very
And how
much
do you
into
know
the
he was
dark
into
shit.
that?
There's a lot of symbolism in what he does. His children's book is So Below, So Above, which is very much an Aleister Crowley thing. It's occult. There's a lot of stuff like did he get into the no. This guy didn't talk about it. Another guy talked about it. The Wizard of Oz. There's some symbolism with the Wizard of Oz and a very dark energy with that. But his whole thing was that Kobe, and this is true, was about to sue the pharmaceutical companies.
I've heard about this. And that definitely, you go, really? Wow, okay, well, that's something.
There's a couple things you don't fuck with. You don't fuck with the pharmaceutical company, and you don't fuck with the liquor, alcohol companies, too.
Right.
They're super,
and we can all agree that for sure, companies have taken people out from time to time.
100%.
But my thing is like,
Right?
but I agree.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if you're going to start with talking about conspiracies about Kobe Bryant, shouldn't we open with he's suing the company that could cost them billions instead of starting with the occult with no real,
Well,
it's more conjecture than anything else.
Have you ever seen LeBron James' chest tattoo?
No.
It's the boule.
Right. So, but the boule is there's a lot of lore around the boule that is blown out of proportion.
Is it?
Well, I don't know. but that's what. But
hey, you're here to.
So if you look at that,
to clear the air.
I believe it's double. It's either double lion head or it's a lion with wings. That's the boule, and the boule. So the Skull and Bones, they are old school. They have some racist things, and they're like, you can't be black. I think maybe the only black person to ever be allowed in the Skull and Bones was Obama because he is a Bush, right? His grandpa was like cousins with George Bush. So he's a Bush. So he might be in it. But so they made another
that really
group.
is the boule thing.
That is the boule symbol. And they get these guys all early. You always see the symbolism done. They get these guys early because they don't know who's going to blow up.
Okay,
So-
wait.
Right.
Okay,
So that leads me to, wouldn't some of these guys talk about it more?
No,
Because why? They'll.
because then that's when you get taken out.
I understand,
when you start to talk about it.
Then
but
why would you have the tattoo on
Because
in
it's
pictures?
symbolism, dude. It's like it lets everybody know what. Because not everybody knows that's a boule symbol.
Right. No, I
but
know
those
that.
who know.
So, but isn't it playing it too out in the open?
No,
if this is an organization that's whatever it is, whatever organization,
Secret society.
controlling the world, but in a way with a bunch of powerful
it's
people.
Layers. It's layers.
Sure, I understand that, but wouldn't this be like, okay, look, get him. And I know he's a billionaire and he's protected, but not everybody in the secret society is protected. And there would be people.
What is getting him?
Lock
Like
him
what?
up. What did he do? I don't know.
I don't
people
know.
say they
Like,
eat
if you're in the
Allegations, whatever.
Yeah, but the boule shit is like, what does that mean to people? 90% of the people
I
you
know.
say boule, they go like, what is that?
I think it
That
sounds like a
like
pasta.
some jazz
Yeah.
band in New
Yeah,
Orleans.
yeah.
You know, it's
That's
like
hilarious.
nobody
does.
knows what the
Or a
fuck it
restaurant.
is.
Yeah,
Right? Oh yeah, some wrestling team. You know? So it's just means he's in.
Okay, wait. So this is the thing that I didn't like about the other guy. He starts talking about something, never finishes it, and moves on to something else. Okay.
He looks
so,
pretty sick with that tattoo.
I know, but what's the so you have to get tattooed? Is this part of the
don't
thing?
have
No, you don't
to.
have to.
Okay, but then what how deep does it go for him?
Well,
what does it mean to be
So,
LeBron
but-
James a part of this thing?
Yeah,
what does that mean?
he could be part of Boule.
What does it mean?
But then does that mean he's whatever it is, eating babies? I don't know what the conspiracy is.
Right, that's
But
what I'm saying. What does it
is he
mean?
part of who killed Kobe? You know what I mean? Like I don't know.
Yeah,
But,
what
or
it
is
mean-
he just like because there are guys in Boule for sure then that are like we're doing what?
Yeah, just like
well, I
the
didn't-
Nexium. That's
Yeah,
just like Nexium.
but you don't get to that point if you say what. You don't get there. They do little tests to see if you're. So this is an interesting story.
Okay, yeah.
So
Here we go.
I remember this. I'm gonna lose everybody, but it's the true story. So when I was really young, and things were starting to pop for a short, like 2 weeks of my life, I got brought into MTV.
Yeah.
And they wanted me to pitch show ideas.
Right.
And so we're pitching the show ideas, and out of nowhere, the obviously gay guy goes, "You're gay, right?" And I go,
Wait, for real?
hand to God.
So there's nothing. Well, not that it matters, but you don't
Yeah.
seem gay at
Yeah,
all.
yeah. What was that about?
All right.
But it's like,
But like so confident, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gay, right?
yeah, like,
All right.
hey, are you in or out?
Okay.
Like that to me what that's about. I've had
Okay.
other people, like I had a comic tell me that like he went to General and they were asking him everything except for the entertainment part, like your business stuff,
Yeah.
your all that
Okay.
stuff. There's little heat checks along the
I
way.
mean, sure.
So when everyone goes, "Hey, did we fake the moon?" Dude, someone there would say something. People have said stuff and they end up dead.
Okay, I understand
But
that.
the people in the room that you see cheering, they're selected to be there because people are like, they play ball, they'll do whatever we want. They'll stab their mom if we ask them to.
Right.
Because they just want access to power, fame, and money.
It's mafia shit. Yeah. So
Yeah, mafia shit.
So
Jump in shit.
So they said, "Are you gay? You're gay, right?"
Yeah.
And
And
then
I said, hell yeah.
"Did you?"
And they go, "Oh, that's gross." And then I got kicked out.
No, you can't win.
Yeah, I go, "Whoa, who do I got to bang to get this going?"
Can I ask let me ask a question
Yes.
here.
Is this good cop, bad cop?
Yeah, it is, no.
No, I'm genuinely curious about it, and I genuinely am interested by you. Besides just a friend, like I love your stuff. So
Thank you,
I like
buddy.
it.
I love you.
So this is the part that LeBron James is arguably, you can argue, the greatest basketball player ever.
You could argue that, sure.
Yeah.
Top 10.
You know,
Yeah, I mean,
Top
but
10.
it's not important. It's not important.
no, but this is
not
important because what I'm saying is like I would believe that there's some secret society that's doing stuff. If I was a star in the NBA,
Yeah.
that would make more sense.
Okay.
But you mean you're going to get the greatest athlete, arguably ever?
But yeah,
you're
but to get
saying,
him-
well,
well,
the only reason he's this is because he's in something. No, he would get this fame, fortune, and all this because he's a great basketball player. That's my question
Yeah,
is
but
why
they-
isn't it like somebody
because
lesser?
they get you early, and
Yeah.
regardless if people want to believe it or not, there have been multiple allegations of LeBron James doping, and all those allegations go away. They get killed off very quickly. He's been the center of almost every cultural movement in the NBA, BLM, the Chinese discussion. He's like in the middle of all that, everything. He's always pushing certain narratives because that's his job. His job is to make people a lot of money. So I just was literally talking to somebody today about this, about like, why is LeBron James still playing? All of his friends have quit. No one else is playing. You go, well, their wheels fell off. Okay, maybe that's fine, but why are the Rolling Stones still touring? You know, why is Willie Nelson still touring? Why are people who could barely freaking talk still touring? Well, because and what's his name? Dylan.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan said it, man. Got to pay the man.
Right.
Got to pay the man. So I had a buddy of mine named Jamie Josta. He's in Hatebreed. Have you ever heard of that band, Hatebreed? So it's a famous rock band.
Okay.
It's like a really big rock band.
Okay.
He was on my financial podcast, which is hilarious because I know nothing about finance. I just sit there and make noises.
That's
right?
cool.
That's such a funny thing to know that you're on a financial podcast.
So Jamie Jossa was on the podcast,
Yeah.
and he was talking about. He said this. He goes, "Yeah, I was thinking about just putting our concerts on our website."
Right.
And, you know, and he was talking to someone and they go to him, well, you better cut them in, dude.
Who?
His agents, his manager, the people who basically helped him blow up, right? You better cut them in because they don't fucking like that, dude. So you go, why is there? I went and saw the Rolling Stones. One of the greatest live shows I've ever saw was in 1993. The Rolling Stones played Vegas. It was a big deal because it was the first time one of those big bands had come and played Vegas, because for the longest time Vegas was where you went to retire. So now this giant band played this small arena in Vegas, and it was a big deal. And my friend was one of the roadies that worked for the arena and got me in, and I got to see Sympathy for the Devil, which to this day is the greatest live song I've ever seen.
Oh, really?
It's the greatest
That's
live
cool.
song. It was so good. Why, dude, hand to God, it was their farewell tour in 1992.
Right.
Or 93. They're still going, dude. And you're like, why are you? I saw them when they played Dodger Stadium. You're like, it's a dog shit show.
I know, but can I say, because people come.
Well, yeah, that's it. So the argument would be they love what they do. They're still making money. People come.
Well, they love the money first. Well, forget about people. Yeah,
But how much money is enough money? And how much is like you going out there and you can't do your job anymore? Like
I
Mick
get
Jagger's
it.
like, Mick Jagger used to be like, dude, now he's like, Dad,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
got me up.
Right.
You got me up. And
Yeah, he's doing the
kept
Trump
it
dance,
down. And
basically.
he's just doing
Yeah.
like
I know, but this
six-figure
is
dancing.
but this is a different discussion. The discussion is, hey, like, you know, you're past your prime, let it go. That's different from we're saying that they're being forced to do it.
Well, like, I don't know, like, you know, I'm 46, you're 50, whatever, and like, but like, you know, when you think of retiring, does it sound nice to you?
Yes.
I already knew that.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the fuck out, dude. I'm tired of traveling, man.
Yeah.
I know, but the reason why you don't retire is because, like, now I have a 2-year-old and a mortgage.
Right.
So we don't know. Like, we say they have enough money. Maybe they don't. We don't know people's spending habits. We don't know what they do. We don't know how much money they
Like, look
actually
at this.
get.
This came to mind, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, like, how are any of his fans
It's a
still
marionette.
alive?
That looks crazy.
I mean, it's
Look at
like,
the other guys
why
doing
are
the heavy
you
lifting.
touring, dude?
The guy in the back's doing
Because
the
he's
heavy
got
lifting.
a 40-year-old girlfriend who wants to get paid.
Okay, but again,
But that's not being in the boule.
yeah. That's,
But
you're
listen,
not answering
I
the question.
get it, what you're saying, dude. I get it. It's
Yeah.
hard to believe, dude.
Yeah.
But like, I'm going to tell you something right now. You go, Sam, what are some certains that you believe 100%?
Yes, that's what we're asking.
Okay.
But also, let me just say this. I kind of want to believe these.
That's what.
I'm not like...
Dude, listen,
You know
if
what I mean?
I ever got
Chris,
a
that's what I
ton of
said at the
cash,
beginning. We want to
I would
believe it, but tell
literally,
us something.
I would literally create the conspiracy news. Like, it would be done like MSNBC,
Yeah.
but it would just all be conspiracies.
Good idea.
Right? It would fucking be fired, dude.
Good idea.
Okay? I would do that. So here's some things that I 100% believe.
Okay.
And why though?
No, well, just first start with do it how you want to do it.
What I believe is that people conspire. That at the
of course,
basic
yes.
core, that's all we're saying.
I've conspired.
Okay?
Yeah, no.
Everybody's
people conspire. Yeah,
conspired.
everybody has,
so we all agree on that.
Of course.
The next thing
Yes.
I believe in is that all your culture is fake and gay, okay? And that it's all literally contrived.
Gayness.
No, not that. Well, it's just a joke in terms of like what the conspiracy. They say everything's fake and gay because at the end it's like a closeted gay guy.
Yeah,
but it's like at the end, okay,
it's all fake.
It's all. None of it is real.
I could definitely. I see that. Sure.
Okay,
sure.
so everything is fake and gay, and then the last thing is, and this is where I lose everybody, that the world is literally ran by. I'm dead serious. Sorcerers. Like I'm talking like
that's the one.
Harry Potter, not exactly, not as obvious. Literal sorcery.
So
Whether
magic
it's
is real?
Kabbalah, magic is 100% real.
Yes.
All it is manipulation of energy for an outcome.
Okay.
That's all magic is.
Okay.
Whether it's Kabbalah, Freemasonry, Jesuit, at the end of the day, it's and this is where we get weird, and I don't want to get too weird here.
Bro, I want you to do what you do.
No,
you do whatever you want.
At the end of the day, it's all Babylonian sorcery. That is the center of real power, and everything is a magic trick.
Okay.
They're just manipulating
That is
you.
the one that's harder to believe, obviously.
So I'm going to tell you a story.
Right.
This is a true story.
Okay.
So during COVID, I used to go on the road, and my agent at the time, I forget who I was with, but they called them suicide runs because I was one of the few people that would go on the road during COVID.
Right.
Because everyone's like, you're going to die. And me and my fans were like, I don't believe any of it.
Right.
We're just going, right? So I get
There were a
booked.
lot of comics doing that.
They were called suicide runs, right?
Yeah.
So I go to Portland.
Yeah.
All right. And this is during
Reasonable place.
right? This is
surprising.
during like the BLM.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
here's the thing about my crowd. Like wherever I go, they like I realized that the Tinfoil Hat comedy tour with me and Eddie Bravo was something. When we went to San Francisco,
And they
we
came out.
packed out the Cobbs and we were making jokes about Obama in San Francisco,
Nice.
and they were laughing.
Nice,
I was like,
nice.
okay, we're on to something here.
Yeah, they're
'Cause
everywhere.
They brought us in to battle. They had a big. They always bring us in when they have a festival that Cobbs isn't part of. They're like, bring in the fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Bring in the schizos. Let the schizos come in and entertain, dude.
Hey, they buy drinks too.
Yeah, dude, it's so funny. When we go to a comedy
By
club
multiple.
and we're playing the first time, the club is like on DEFCON 5 high alert.
That's hilarious.
They literally think we're bringing in like the fucking like the Borgs or whatever that group is, all the weirdos in Game of Thrones.
I
or
gotta go to one of your shows
you know,
like that. Fuck.
they think we're bringing in the like fucking savages. And then they meet them. They're like, they're the nicest people ever.
I know.
They
It's-
tip
I know.
fucking great. It's like, yeah, dude, we just talk a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I get hired to do Portland
Okay.
at Hilarities.
Okay. As a comic, just you. Not
just
the
me.
tinfoil hat thing.
No, it's just
Yeah.
Sam Tripoli
Got it,
coming
got it,
out.
okay.
So I go there, and there was a bunch of guys that had a podcast at the time called Good Morning Jonestown. These two really funny guys. They used to live in Florida. For some reason, they moved to Portland. I don't know why.
Wow.
So we get there, and they're
difference.
opening for me. This other comic was opening for me. I don't want to get into that, but so anyways, I land and we're talking at the show, and I go, "Hey, dude," because at the time, if you watch the news, Portland was burning.
Yeah.
There
I
were
remember.
riots everywhere,
I remember,
right? You're
yeah.
like, where? There's riots everywhere, all over the
totally.
place. And I get there, I'm like, dog, let's go look at these riots.
Right.
dude. Let's go check these riots out. And the guys go, we haven't seen one.
Yeah. I mean, I believe
go,
that.
what?
For sure.
You haven't seen one? It's the news. It's like Portland's burning. It's like, dude, we haven't seen
Yeah,
one. I'm like,
yeah.
after the show, we're finding riots.
Right.
So we got in the car, we drove around, and it took us half an hour, and we found it. And it was a little park
Yeah.
with maybe 30 to 50 people.
Right.
But it was shot in a way by the news to make you think
Sure.
like earlier in the day I'm getting lattes with a comic.
Yeah,
hanging out.
yeah.
If you don't live in Port, you think it's on fire. That is a magic trick.
I totally understand that. I get that, and I agree with you. Because even with the World Cup stuff, you see all these people posting like, "Hey, America's great. What the fuck are you
those are
talking
great.
about?" It was so funny, dude. Because it's like, yeah, dude, it is great. I mean, like, yeah, if you want to go find somebody get murdered, eventually you're gonna find somebody get murdered. But it's like the barbecue's awesome.
Well, this is like whatever those riots we had in L.A. with
Yeah.
ICE,
or
you know what
the
I mean?
ice shit.
Yeah.
And if you actually watch the footage of that, like No Kings, that was really big, you'll notice that it's like one rioter with like 15 reporters around him taking pictures.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's all sorcery, dude.
I get that.
Manipulation.
Yes, for sure. I know about manipulation, especially with the media and shit. I know that they lie.
Ever actually read what's in your toothpaste? Fluoride, SLS, glycerin, foaming agents. It's a pretty crazy amount of chemicals. It's a cocktail you're putting in your mouth twice a day. Big Toothpaste has been selling you the same toxic formula for decades. The VanMan company is changing that with their miracle tooth powder, and people are ditching traditional toothpaste by the thousands. VanMan's tooth powder uses real grass-fed cattle bone hydroxyapatite. Hope I said that right. The same mineral structure as your actual teeth to remineralize and strengthen enamel naturally. Zero fluoride, zero SLS, zero foaming agents. It's completely edible because anything you put in your mouth should be. You wake up without that gross film in your mouth because there are no foaming agents destroying your natural saliva production. Ready to make that switch? Go to VanMan.shop/golden and use code golden for 15% off your first order. That's VanMan.shop/golden and use code golden for 15% off your first order. VanMan, real ingredients, no exceptions.
Hello, and welcome to Pluto Phone. If you know the name of the movie you'd like to see, just stream it for free on Pluto TV, where all your blockbuster favorites are landing all summer long. Catch Anchorman, The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
Fantastic.
Men in Black, 1 through 3.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mean Girls.
Shut up.
Titanic.
I'm the king of the world.
And so much more. For showtimes, press nothing. They're free 24/7.
That is so fetch.
On Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
Have you ever thought, ugh, this water is too wet?
This beach is too sandy.
Welcome to Beach Too Sandy, Water Too Wet, the podcast where we do dramatic readings of the most wild and off-the-wall reviews on the internet.
We read real reviews about everything from Vegas weddings, matchmaking services and Trader Joe's, to caves, toddler beds, and Spirit Halloween.
You won't believe the things people think absolutely must be said on the internet. How else would everyone know that some caves don't have Wi-Fi?
We hear about the good, like the time a couple was happily married in a Vegas Denny's.
And the bad, like who knew people stole from pet cemeteries.
And the ugly, because when there's soggy lettuce in the Chuck E. Cheese salad bar, it can get pretty ugly.
Join us every Wednesday wherever you listen to your podcasts. I feel targeted by that pet cemeteries comment.
I know, I was about to say, wasn't that you?
That was me.
Yeah.
But what does it mean that what I want to ask you is about, because Donald Trump at this 250, this America 250 thing, he was just like, there's tons of people that are coming, and it looks like nobody came.
Yeah.
So what is the truth there? Because it's both sides, right? It's Obama, but it's also Trump is doing it too. The guy at the top is doing it.
Right.
You don't get to the top if you're not doing it.
He's a chaos magician, dude.
So yeah, okay. Okay, because I saw that footage at America 250, and it looked like there was literally.
Yeah, but let me ask you something. Did you know anything about it until the day it showed?
No.
So it's like you sell a lot of tickets. I don't sell a lot of tickets, right? But you know how hard it is to sell a ticket.
It's fucking hard.
You have to fucking pound these
Especially
people
now.
constantly, right? And I didn't hear anything about this. Not that I would
No,
go.
I know.
Well,
yeah.
it's probably an invite only. It's at the White House.
It's
You
not an
can't
invite only. If you look around, there's some like frumpy
Nobody
people
knew
there.
about it. Like
You can't just have people showing up, buying a ticket to go to the White House.
There was
lawn.
like I saw a fat woman that definitely bought a ticket.
right? So it's like nobody knew about. But again, it's just everything. Like Nate Bargatze getting shit for going to the fight. It's like so stupid.
Yeah, that's
like you're not gonna go watch. I'm like, because I'm in the political realm. I wouldn't go to that thing. But he's not a political comic.
I know.
Yeah, look at that, dude. Nobody knew about it, dude. I love that they're still performing.
I know.
That is me in the OR at fucking 1 a.m.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, who you telling?
Just
I was in
fucking-
Pensacola doing a show like this.
Yeah, Brian Callen was here.
Up next.
I can't.
But wait, I have to listen. I have to ask, okay, because I don't want to get off track here. Just like that waiters guy, he said, Bishop Gator, whatever his name is, just like when he said, hey,
He could be a fraud.
Wait,
but he
course.
also could be right.
I know, I understand that, but he said, hey, just so you know, when I'm telling you this, I am not suicidal.
And that's comedian. Conspiracy theorists love that shit.
Yeah,
they're gonna get me. They're gonna kill me.
But my question is like, okay, so if you're saying, they're hiding wizardry from everybody, should you be exposing it?
Well, I have a good friend of mine. He's really religious. He went to college and became super religious. And he came back, and a couple summers ago I went home. I think I brought my kids with me then to hang out with their grandma. And we had a talk, him and his wife, and they were like, "Are you really doing any good? Is it really good?" And like, I love them. They're wonderful people. This isn't a judgment on them as people, but they're like, "Are you really doing any good?" And I go, "Well, if more people listen to my show, they wouldn't have gotten that COVID shot, bioweapon, and friends I'm losing are getting turbo cancer and all this shit. And if you don't know that, it's because your algorithm's hiding it from you." So here's the thing about conspiracies, right? It's not that you're meant to like change everything.
Turbo cancer.
You just want to know what is going on, so you don't fall for their tricks.
Yeah. Okay, so I got the first COVID shot because I was like, why the fuck would the government lie about this? You know what I mean? Because in my head, why would they do that? Now I mean, after I got the first one and all this shit started happening, and I started hearing shit, I'm like, I'm not getting the next one.
Right.
I got to keep
You're
getting
a good
shit.
person.
Yeah, but for me,
we are a nation of retards.
Right.
Governed by psychopaths.
Right.
We're literally a nation of retards.
Yeah.
You watch people's reaction to stuff, and like, as a conspiracy theorist, you want to help humanity. Then you go on TikTok and you're like, get rid of everybody.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, get rid of everybody, dude.
But social media also isn't really real life. Like, it's very odd. It's very odd. Like, there are times where I'll post something and then it'll turn into fuck this, fuck that guy. And I'm like, oh, everyone hates me. Bro, I've walked around. Nobody's ever said anything negative to me, ever.
Dude, most of it's bots, dude.
No, I know that.
They're
but it's
there to cause... So if you really want to get deep into it, the people that run the world worship dark entities. Mm-hmm. These dark entities have been hiding for a long time. Like, you guys know that the Statue of Liberty is really a guy, right? That's not a chick.
I didn't know that. No,
yes,
but
it's a dude, and it's Mithras, who is also basically
Google it.
Basically Lucifer. If you study it, the Statue of Liberty has the light, which is the bearer of light, and she's chained down, which is Lucifer. That is Lucifer, and it is a dude.
So when what was it? Gift from France?
Yes,
right.
And if you watch France's whole opening scene from the Olympics when they hosted it was the most satanic shit.
So basically, what because this is what I don't really understand. So this is secretly on the hush, Lucifer, and France knows and America knows, and they're like, we're gonna put the fucking symbol out there, but we'll just tell them it's some lady with a book, and
represents liberty,
right? That represents the literal opposite of what we're trying to. So that's what they do, and then, but why is that good for them, for anyone?
Because if everybody believed,
is it like a kink thing where they're like, yeah, we got that fucking thing up there.
Yeah, that's a little bit of it.
Yeah, because if everybody else believes, it's like if most of us go, well, that's a sign of liberty and freedom. Then
that's
what it is. A sign of liberty and freedom. Wait, hold on a second. Y'all keep. If I believe it's a sign of liberty and freedom, to me it's a sign of liberty and freedom.
Then it is.
So if other people think it's a sign of, well, that's the devil in there, then that's what they think. But
but you also end up worshiping dark entities.
Oh, by mistake. You're saying
like Easter is not about Jesus. Easter is about Ishtar, and that's an ancient.
The movie with Warren Beatty. What?
Yeah.
Where do you get your info from? Because I'm online a lot. I don't see this shit.
Yeah, because your algorithm.
I use AI, and then they tell me whatever and
AI lies to you all the time. But it's algorithms. I'm just blessed. I have a show where like the greatest researchers come on, and they bring all the evidence and cite all the notes. And
what's the show called? Just so we can
Tinfoil Hat. Yeah. I have a bunch of shows. I have 7 shows because I'm a crazy person.
Yeah, and you do one every day or what?
I do today. I'll do 3.
Wow.
I'll do this one, another one, and then another one.
Yes, I get it.
I'm just an insane human being, and if I wasn't
Well,
here,
you know what it
I would
is.
just be talking to myself.
No,
all day.
it's very
You'll see me
interesting.
driving. I'll be.
Yeah.
And my daughter's like, Dad, are you talking to yourself again? I'm like, yeah, that's what your dad does.
I'm doing a podcast. I'm just not recording it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm podcasting all the time.
Yeah. Well, I'm the same way.
Yeah.
I'm just not saying that stuff. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm just making up silly bullshit.
No, my wife's waitress says.
How long
all
you
the
been
time, she
doing
goes, "Well, you talk to
20
yourself?
years.
Why are you
How
talking
long
to
you been
yourself?"
doing comedy?
It's over 20 years.
I'm at 31 or 32
Wow.
years.
Oh wow.
I've talked about everything I care about.
Right.
I'm just writing for the sake of writing. That's
Right,
why
right,
I'm like,
right,
I'm ready
right.
to get out.
Right,
Because
right.
I'm just writing for the sake of writing.
Yeah.
And like I used to write because I was passionate. Now
Yeah.
I'm just writing because I gotta get this next hour going. And I'm
Right,
like,
right,
why
right. Yeah,
do I
yeah.
gotta get this next hour going?
You actually don't.
I don't.
Where do you release your stuff?
So I shot my technically my fourth special. It's my fifth one because the first one was so long I broke it into two. So it's my fifth special. It's gonna be put out on Gas Digital first, and then they're
Cool.
gonna. So
Is Gas Digital the?
the Legion
It is,
Stage
okay,
guys,
yeah.
and then they're gonna give it to me, and I can do whatever I want
Cool.
with it. But they wanted 30 minutes. I shot 40 something. So they're letting me edit the whole thing and put the whole thing out because. Right now, I got a really big project going on, and I'm talking about some crazy shit in this special, and I just don't want the people who are working really hard to have to pay any price for the crazy shit I say in my act. So I'm going to hold off on some of the jokes till a little bit later, and then release it, and then not give a fuck what
Yeah.
anybody thinks because
Yeah.
I just think all culture is fake,
Yeah.
and they've just programmed us to think ridiculously stupid shit.
I mean, that's not that unbelievable to me. What
You
you're
know,
saying. Yeah.
like a buddy of mine's getting canceled because he said the N word, and like I hate to tell everybody, culture is all manufactured. It is all like someone broke down all the gangster rappers and how all of them are full of shit. Biggie Smalls sold his entire persona. This is the one that hurt the most.
What?
Biggie Smalls sold his entire persona from a Mississippi rapper. All of his biggest hits were ripoffs from this guy.
I heard about this. Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
I heard about it too. I saw a video
Tupac
about it.
wasn't who we thought he was. Jay-Z isn't who we thought he was. And you can just go down the line, dude, of like it's literally all bullshit.
They're still
dude.
good rappers, though.
It's great rap.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's done on purpose.
yeah.
It's done. If you listen to rappers talk about old school rappers talk about pre-NWA.
Right.
And NWA, who I like Tinfoil Hat, the name comes from my love of what NWA did
Cool.
with the word. I'm like, oh, dude, they took the word and they fucking owned it, right? So I'm like, I'm going to find the most demonized phrase in conspiracies
Interesting.
and just
That's
fucking
cool.
own it.
Yeah.
So I'm
You-
like, Tinfoil Hat.
Do you remember the movie Pelican Brief with
Yes.
Okay. So in Pelican Brief, she writes this like thing and it turns out to be true. Are you ever worried that like you're going to write a bit or you're going to be talking about something that is so on point that the powers that be are going to be like, "Ooh, he's too close." gotta
I'm
get rid
just
of
not
them.
that big.
Yeah.
They're not worried about me. I'm
You'd have
not,
to
I'm not
change-
on their I am shadow banned everywhere.
Right.
Like they won't let any of my videos get over. Like I'll have a moment where my videos are for me getting 30,000 on YouTube. I'm like, oh my god, they're letting me, and then boom, it goes
Yeah.
right back to 20,000.
Yeah.
So
Oh, really?
They won't
Down?
even. Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
All the time.
Really?
The next one, not the same video, goes down in views.
Oh,
Yeah.
got it.
Right. So
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen my numbers go backwards.
Yeah.
But you know, it's like the only thing that lets me do well is like Apple Podcasts because they don't control. For some reason, Apple's like we're not controlling this. This is just an upload system.
Yeah.
We have no say in it. YouTube. I used to get hundreds of thousands of views on my videos. Now I can get barely 15,000. So they're not worried about me. They've got me in a box. It's called Tombstone Algorithms. I don't know if you've noticed on YouTube lately, they've allowed conspiracy podcasts to do really well because what they did was they used conspiracy theorists to build a platform. Like my friend, he put out Loose Change about 9/11. Everyone ran to watch that. And then
Yeah.
YouTube blew up. And then after about 2015, they locked it down.
Right.
But when they locked it down, they allowed other platforms to
Right,
blow up
right,
like
right.
Twitter and Rumble.
Right.
And then they got freaked out because they were losing everybody. That's why they were so thankful when Joe Rogan came back. They're like, oh, we need all these fucking views because this is how we sell ads. So they let it all come back. But Tombstone Algorithms like, hey, man, we remember you and what you did. We're not going to forget you. So these new guys can blow up.
Got it. Yeah.
But not you.
Right.
And that's why I almost feel like Netflix brought podcasts over to Netflix so they can hurt YouTube, because all those podcasts that went over to Netflix, their numbers are way down on viewership. You know,
on Netflix?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're also like, there's nothing exciting about them.
Yeah, that is very true.
They're like Brian Williams. You want to get Brian Williams? Who's like dying to hear what Brian Williams has to say?
But like the Breakfast Club was on, they were doing YouTube. They were getting big numbers,
Now
and they
they're
went over to Netflix,
And they're getting less numbers?
Yeah,
How
less
do you
views
know?
than they did. You could see
Because no one goes to Netflix for
On
a
Netflix,
podcast.
they show the views of the podcast?
Yeah, that's what the report was. That they.
Oh, so you're looking at the reports.
Yeah,
Not
that
on the
they
screen,
got.
yeah.
It's just YouTube. Like people, my kids love YouTube. They love.
Yeah, no, I know.
watching
Mine
it.
do too. Yeah, they
You know?
they want to watch. Fucking, can I watch YouTube?
Yeah, they just love it. My daughter, it's so funny, dude.
I think they only care about, like, my kid just cares about what it is. He doesn't know where it is. I put it on the TV and it's like, Blippy or whatever these.
Yeah.
He doesn't know where. If it was coming on Netflix, he'd be like, "Hey, where is it? Put it on."
Yeah, I mean, my daughters love. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I've been watching a lot of kids animation. It's so funny, dude.
Oh, gosh,
I'm like,
yeah.
I try to get my daughter to watch Charlie Brown with me because I loved it as a kid.
Yeah.
It's a flaming bag of dog shit.
I know.
Compared to like
I
Super
know.
Mario.
It's crazy. Or
Like
whatever
Super
it is.
Mario, I'm like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. These
know.
kids have it made.
It's insane, dude.
And my daughter's vocabulary is so insane.
I know, mine too.
She
My-
came
my-
home
my
one
son,
time.
yeah.
She's like, "Do we live on a ball or do we live in a puddle?" She was 5 at the time.
Wow.
So the other day,
Yeah.
the mom went on her game and noticed that her game said she was on at 11 hours, which isn't true because she kept it on while she was sleeping,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And she's like, "Why were you on the game 11 hours?" And you know what my daughter said? They don't suspect a thing. Like
To who?
To the mom about me and my girlfriend. Am I raising Lex Luthor, dude?
Oh my
Like,
God, that's hilarious.
they don't suspect a thing. She's 6 years old, dude. So then we're driving the other day. I'm late for gymnastics. So I'm driving as fast as I can to get to gymnastics. I get to the stop sign. There's 3 cop cars. 2 cop cars go through. I'm like, I'm late, dude. I'm sorry, third guy. I got to go. So I go. Third cop gets butthurt and starts following me everywhere, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm talking out loud. I go, damn, dude, this cop is following me. And she's like, why is he following us? And then I get to this area and there's cops everywhere. I go, why are there so many cops? I say it out loud. She goes, man, there's a lot of cops. She goes, 6 years old. Do we live in a police state?
Oh my gosh, bro,
Here we
that's
go.
your
That's
daughter.
Yeah, that's your fault.
your daughter.
She's listening to you talk to yourself, and she's just like, "Huh."
She said, "Do we live in a police state?" You look back and she's got a podcast mic like this.
Yeah.
Where you go? We're streaming.
Oh, dude, it's like crazy, bro. But at the end of the day, it's all manipulation. But if you get off it, like you say, it's fine. Like those riots, where were they? I didn't see any. It's all magic tricks, dude, because they feed off your anxiety. If you could just not get into any of it, I know it's really hard.
Yeah,
but
it
if
is
you're
hard,
like,
but-
none of this is real.
Yeah.
Like there's I just did a podcast, and there was a story about a white guy who got stabbed by a black guy, right? After he got stabbed, the white guy called the black guy the N-word. They go to trial. According to the story, the jury lets the black guy off because the white guy called him the N-word after getting stabbed,
Come
right?
on.
No, this
is real?
Yeah. And I'm like, you stab me, I'm going to give you Hitler-level speeches, okay?
Yeah.
I don't get...
All of a sudden, I know German. Yeah.
Yeah, right? So and now you're like, what is... And then I told him to this guy, and he goes, how do you know it really happened? And I go, I don't. I really don't know if it really happened.
right.
Or is that being put out to get us all to fight with each other?
Well,
Right.
Well, this is the thing. How do you? I think it's like what Thanos said to Iron Man in Avengers. Like
in the documentary.
I'm also cursed with knowledge.
Yeah.
So how did you stay happy?
I'm happy because like my kids don't have any cares in the world. Everything's taken care of, like on a basic level.
Yeah.
And I'm happy because I know what's going on and I don't play into the game anymore.
Yeah.
It's like I'm basically an anarchist at this point. Like I don't believe in any political systems, and you're not going to vote your way out of this.
Right.
Right.
And I'm just watching people okay with corruption because their side's doing it.
Right.
And I'm like, you're just all falling for it. And really, the truth is, everything you're watching right now is about they want martial law, because once you get martial law, then you get rid of all your. This is too serious.
No, get rid. No, I'm totally interested. You get rid of what?
Your constitutional rights.
Yeah.
Once they have martial law, the Constitution goes out, and that's what they really want.
Yeah, I mean,
that's in terms of like social media too. I mean,
it's all engineering.
I get to a point now where I feel like I wish I should just never use it.
Well, I took Twitter off my phone. I just put it on
the same thing.
It's
I
all
did the
bots.
same thing.
It's a trauma delivery.
Crazy how many bots. Bro.
Yeah, it's all bots. So the problem with social media is that the only thing we see is what bubbles to the top.
Right.
And you have to be the most extreme to bubble to the top.
Yeah.
So the extreme becomes the norm.
Of course.
And you start thinking that's all normal.
Well, okay, but what about like just on a lesser level of like, why does it seem to encourage negativity? You know, like forget about the grand conspiracies, the things that you're necessarily talking about. I'm just talking about just in your own algorithm. Like, you know, you want to be a part of it. You think it's fun. Let me put up a video, and then you have to see all of the negative stuff, and that seems to go to your head first.
Well, I saw, but that's how humans are. Like I saw,
but then you don't want to be on it.
What's his name? Tim Heidecker has a podcast, which I just found out.
Oh yeah.
And like he is talking shit about Tony Hinchcliffe on it, and
somebody brought that up to me today.
And I'm like, what are you doing? Like I'm watching. I'm not particularly a fan of Tim Heidecker.
I love Tim and Erik. It would change the game. It was like super.
Yeah. I don't really know it that well.
It's like everyone was trying to be Tim and Erik forever. And trying to do these weird pacing, weird awkward silent stuff.
I don't like that.
He kind of changed the game.
But anyway, that I'm watch. I see a thing, and it's like Tony Hinchcliffe is bad. Whatever it was, negative on Tony Hinchcliffe, and I'm like Tim Heidecker, and I go, why is he doing that? It piqued my curiosity. You know, and then if I see Nate Bargatze, a clip of Nate Bargatze, and the thing is a funny story about my friend, I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
But I love Nate Bargatze. So it's the shit where, and then I watched a little bit that what he's talking about Tony Hinchcliffe, and I go, I'm not watching this shit. He's just shitting on him. Fuck this. This is stupid.
Yeah.
You know? But that's the shit that fucking goes. Yeah. And I'm like, I can't believe Tim Heidecker is doing this.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you are an old school success.
Yeah.
Why are you talking shit about some comic?
Well, because it's all about, it's like when all these comics who are progressives, when they got a new special coming out, they go after Joe Rogan because they know that the people they want to watch their special hate Joe Rogan.
No, I know.
So if they see him talking shit about Joe Rogan, they'll go, it's like hate clicks.
Yeah, I hate that shit, man.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Well, why does it, what I'm saying though is like, it's that, I guess the psychology of it is human nature is like negativity seems to like resonate in our brains.
It gets our
more
fight
than
and flight
anything else.
going.
Because it's like I find like it's like these videos people make about people. You just go, I guess nobody wants to watch a positive video about someone.
Wow.
You know?
Well, it's also that a lot of people are miserable in their lives because they took the first exit off the highway of life and took a job that was going to pay them quickly, and they're not happy in it. So they love when people who are succeeding fail. And the thing about Tony Hinchcliffe is this: he wasn't supposed to make it. Yeah. Like you were at the store forever. Right. Were you there when he was a door guy? I don't know if you got in there yet, but he was a door guy. Like, and where he's selling out arenas now. Yeah. Like, there's a group of people that think this is the structure of entertainment, and everyone takes their turn going, and these are the people we've chosen, and they're the ones who's supposed to make it. And when this dude comes out of fucking nowhere. And it's like what Isaiah Thomas said about making it to the NBA. It's like walking through the jungle and never getting stung by a mosquito. It's like impossible, right? What Tony did is impossible, and it happened. And people are pissed about that. It goes back to this Scott Van. You ever watch SportsCenter?
Yeah.
Scott Van Pelt, the bald guy.
Yeah, I know.
He said something one time that really resonated with me. He goes, I've noticed that when the experts pick a talent coming up, a can't miss talent, that they only celebrate their wins and never pay attention to whatever they do wrong. But when a talent comes out of nowhere, they're hypercritical to them and never really pay attention to the things they do well. That's the same thing in comedy. If you were picked as a golden one, they can't stop celebrating you. If you're a dude who came out of nowhere, they fucking hate that shit. You're not one of them.
I totally agree with you because I feel like with comedy, for instance, one thing I'll say was great about YouTube and social media for that is that a comic doesn't need the gatekeeper.
In the beginning, it was like that.
You know, but even still, because the
not
thing
really.
Well, here's the thing, because before the gatekeepers would decide, all right, we're going to put you on HBO, we're going to put you on Comedy Central, we're going to put you on this, and then the people would go, well, I guess these are the best people.
Yes.
Okay, so because they put them on this thing, so now when someone could do the thing like Tony did, they could do podcasts and they could do this kind of stuff. Now the gatekeepers aren't in charge. Now it's direct to consumer.
But
there's new gatekeepers.
Right.
Mark Zuckerberg.
Now, that's what I'm saying. When it first started, it was, you know, when Vine was out, and I was on Vine, I'm like, oh, I'll just go viral, you know, and that's how I built my fan base. And but you can't do that now unless
they won't allow it.
They
won't allow it
because it doesn't benefit them.
There was that one guy, the guy with his name's not Country Mama, but Country something. Darren. He got in a fight at JFL. I think he was one of the last, like, not really a comic to just use the Facebook algorithm and become a millionaire.
Yeah.
And Facebook was like, whoa, we got to stop this.
Yeah.
They just will not Like your followers do not see your stuff anymore. So I don't know even what the point of that is. But anyways, my point is like, I think that does happen. So someone like Tony comes out of nowhere and does this thing, but it's not out of nowhere. He was doing it in front of 30 people in the belly room.
Out of nowhere.
And then he blows up to this thing.
But
and,
it's
and,
not.
You know,
Well, I call them system entertainers, right? Like it's like in football, there's something called a system quarterback.
Yeah.
And it's a quarterback can only thrive in certain systems. So you have these guys that have been pushed forward by the industry, and when the industry kind of abandons them, you see them flopping around trying to make stuff happen. Like they'll start podcasts and end it immediately because they're not getting any views because they don't want you to see behind the curtain, right?
Right.
So then there's people like us on the outside. Like I bombed at the Montreal Comedy Festival in the year 2000. I was excommunicated right out the gate, and it was at the time it was crushing. It caused me to become. It led to me becoming a crippling drug addict and all that shit because all my friends are blowing up and I'm just spinning wheels and my career's not going well. So I start doing drugs. Now my career's not going. And it was like this vicious circle. But, you know, me and my girlfriend, she was always figuring out ways to make money on the side. And we started doing things. We would put names on the marquee at the Comedy Store and we get more cash for it. So by the time COVID hit, I was built for that shit. I was way out of system. And I was thriving, right? So if you're in the system and you're doing well, and then all of a sudden the system abandons you, you've never built that muscle. So that's what happened. So Tony did blow up I'm not saying he didn't do hard work.
No, you're not. We know you're not saying that.
But it's like the system didn't.
He wasn't. You're saying he wasn't supposed to make it because he wasn't a system entertainer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I think the thing to remember of any comic out there right now is, you know, if you're looking for, you know, algorithm push or you're looking for likes, you're looking for that, don't worry about that. The real likes are every ticket bought.
Yeah.
And those people don't necessarily want to be a part of the negativity. You know, it's like when we have, even if we get negative comments on this podcast, those people don't come to shows. The people that do come to shows, they never comment because they don't want to be a part of that negative system.
You know where I felt that? Comment cards at comedy clubs. I go, you're just allowing fucking assholes to manipulate you.
Yeah.
Because the people who love you aren't going to write it down. They're going to come to you after the show and be like, I love that fucking show.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. It's the person you say something they don't agree with that fucking hate. That's a big problem with comedy right now.
Yeah, I got caught up in that a little bit sometimes too. Like before you see comments and you'd be like, why are you saying this?
I would go through the comment cards at the end of the show. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Where are they doing comment cards?
They used to do it all the time,
man. They used to do it all the time. They just
used to win.
All the time, man. Maybe they just never brought it to you. They're on the table.
Who'd you like? Who'd you hate?
Yeah, they're on the table. What'd you like about this comic? What'd you like? You know,
really?
It's like Yelp. It turned into Yelp. You know what I mean? That's what that kind of stuff is.
So you blow up on the internet for 4 reasons: either sex, stupid, violence, or pissing people off.
Yeah.
So I had a bit about how my pronouns are real N-word, and it blew the fuck up because they knew it would piss people off.
Sure.
Then and that's just a throwaway joke. It was a throwaway
I
joke.
saw that. That was funny though.
Right?
Yeah,
It's just a
fuck.
throwaway
Yeah,
joke.
it
I
is,
never
yeah.
do it unless someone asks me my pronouns in the crowd.
So funny.
And then I scan for black people, and then I go, okay, there's one guy here. We could take him. Boom, and I say it, right? So that, and when I got heckled by this gay guy, and I just
saw that
snatch
too.
his soul.
Yeah.
And it blows up because it knows people are going to get pissed at this.
Right.
When I do bits, I'm like, this fucking crushes
Mm-hmm.
nothing.
Yeah,
So weird.
I'm right there with you, brother.
Nothing,
Like
dude.
I love talking about my kid. I love talking about being married. I love talking about some positive stuff. And then that's the stuff you do, and it's like really funny. The crowd's having a great time. I'm killing, right? But that stuff that nobody cares about that shit online.
Well, no, because they're not showing it to anybody.
Yeah.
That's why nobody likes
Yeah.
it. And it's like, look who they promote, dude. They promote like I see the rooms you're playing. You're crushing it, dude. I'm out here fighting for my fucking life, dude. And you're super funny.
for
That's
my
like
life.
you know
I
I'm
know.
your
I
biggest
know.
fan.
No. I know.
I'm out here fighting for my fucking life because they're not showing me anybody. And everyone's seen what comedy is on Instagram and TikTok, and they're like, this is not funny. Why am I going to go buy a ticket to comedy when this is like
Right.
23-year-old hot females talking about their snatch?
This is just crazy to me. man.
And because you know what they're doing, dude?
Yeah.
They're literally kneecapping the jester. The jester, they're in in a world of clowns, nobody likes the jester because the jester talks the truth. So they just want to kneecap that shit. So it's just vapid shit being thrown against the wall about my pussy, about all that shit. Like this crowd work by young,
damn it,
good-looking
dude.
guys that lead to nowhere. They don't even say anything funny. It's the people in the audience saying shit that's funny, and it just blows the fuck up.
I did a thing where a bit went viral, of course, because it was negative. It was a joke, but I was saying like about how it's so annoying that crowd work is a thing now. And then you go, you'll say, what's your name? What's your fucking? What do you do? And you go, oh, now this guy sold out the Galaxy, and all the fucking comments were just, yeah, fucking this is great. Yeah, I hate this shit. And then I'm like, I bring a video guy with me. And I'm not necessarily going to post all my bits, really.
Well, you
sometimes,
post crowd work because you don't want to do your bits
of course,
because
right.
you want that to be
now
new.
every time
that shouldn't be like that anymore because no one cares.
Yeah, I mean it does
I'm
kind of
just
work.
old school.
I know that's an old school thing.
Yeah.
No one cares.
No one cares.
What do you mean? No one cares what?
I'm saying put your bits out. No one
Oh
cares.
yes, absolutely.
Yes.
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 But every time I post a crowd work clip, they're like, "Fucking see, bro, you are who you hate." I'm like, bro,
That's fair though.
No, it's not, and I'll tell you why. I'm amazing at it. I'm good.
No, you are great.
I worked fucking 2 decades
Yeah.
in the OR at fucking
Yeah.
1 a.m.
Yeah.
doing crowd work for 3 people,
Yeah.
actually working my skill.
Yeah.
I'm not this entry level fucking
Yeah.
23-year-old
Yeah.
comedian that's
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna get out there and do crowd work because this is what's working.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
I know, but who's that? I don't know who's that person.
They're there, dude.
That
and
is
they're
now-
blowing the fuck
And by
up.
the way, people think that that's who Matt Rife is, which he is not.
No.
Matt's been doing it. Matt's good at it.
Yeah, Matt's great at it.
Right. But people use his face and his youth
Okay.
as, oh, this is what's wrong with comedy. When it's like,
Bro, dude, if that's what's wrong with
fucking-
comedy, he's playing fucking giant
fucking
theaters,
idiots, bro.
dude.
Idiots.
Well, but see, my thing is this is an old school feeling about it is I think the art of stand-up comedy no one cares about. The art form of stand-up comedy. That
People who
is
buy
what-
tickets do.
I know, but that's what you fight for. You're fighting for that. But that's what's lost. So regardless of being great at it or not in terms of crowd work, what I'm saying for me is like, no one cares about putting a joke together and having a punchline and a callback and that art form of that for doing this thing that like
You're saying no audience member?
I feel like
Yeah.
that's lost in society. We don't really care about it.
Well, if you post a great bit and you go to comments, they're like, finally a great written bit.
Right.
It's a great bit.
Right.
So, like, on my YouTube, I have a YouTube
Those people
comedy.
buy tickets, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
And, like, who buys tickets? Podcast people. Because
Yeah,
you're talking to them for an hour.
Yeah.
You're a part of their fucking
Right,
life.
right.
So, like, I'll throw out. So, like, on Saturday nights when the crowd is drunk and dumb and you don't want to take your precious babies, your jokes, and throw it out to retarded drunks.
Yeah.
I'll do some crowd work.
Of course, same.
And
Same.
like I'll go 30 minutes of just
Same.
rocking.
Same.
And I'm like, put it out as a special.
Yeah.
And then everyone goes, dude, I'm so over crowd work. I go,
Yeah.
it's just empty calories. I
but
just
but
shot
also
myself.
you're so good at it, bro.
Yeah.
So you should. Yeah. The fact that these idiots are out there like this is what's wrong with comedy is like, dude, you have no idea. This is not what's wrong with comedy.
Yeah.
This is a vet.
Yeah.
Doing what he does best, tried and true. You kill in all rooms, all
Right,
y'all.
right.
You're not fucking some guy with a guitar off YouTube that's
Yeah.
25.
Yeah.
That's like, let me sing this song I wrote a week ago.
Yeah.
I know. Okay, well then my small pushback. I'll be the one to push
You'll
back.
be devil advocate.
I'll be devil's advocate. Is like the thing is like I don't like when people are recording in the room. Right? Can we just experience this here?
Yeah.
Like so, my thing is like that crowd work. That should be for that room.
Yeah.
But you put it on the internet.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I need to sell more tickets,
Yes.
and this is what people. Okay,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying, that part right there is what some people are against.
Okay, I understand that, but that's
Save
not
that shit for the room.
But that is not how the world
The
works.
reason you do that,
Right,
dude,
but that's why you're gonna.
But the reason you
but
put
you're
that
gonna get
out
pushback. That's
is
why you're
because-
still always gonna get
Right,
pushback.
right.
You're always gonna get pushback no matter what you do, though.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But you put it out because you want them to see how crazy the show is. And, that's why you have to do bits in your special. You'd be like, these are two things that are going on. You're going to get the crowd, you're going to get fucking well-crafted jokes. And you're going to get sometimes if the room is chaotic and you go in the only original room mode, where it's just being in the moment. And dude, you want to see magic happen. Like I had a guy come to my Batavia show and he was talking about how he just helped a chick break into her house that had no legs. And it's like, why wouldn't I put that out? Because that's like lightning in a bottle.
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And it's just like you got to put it out. But it's really the culprit is Mark Zuckerberg. Like he is destroying the jester. So even if we all just put out the best written bits, he's not showing it to it because he wants this certain thing to go, which is useless comedy. So, because the art of stand-up comedy does not need banker money.
Right.
Like you guys could go down to Venice Beach without a microphone and just start working people and telling jokes. That's why YouTubers, that's why comics are all shadow banned and regulated because we don't need your money to do it.
Right.
It's funny you say that, and then the love of it too. Like just the other day, you guys know Kira's.
Who?
That's a joke. You guys look alike, right?
Yeah.
She did a football for her football parents. She had a little thing in her backyard. She hit me up and she goes, "Hey, can you just come and do like 10 minutes in my backyard for these people?" And I was like, "Sure." She says, "I'll pay you whatever." And she was going to pay me a little bit of money. At the end of when I was done, I said, "Donate that to the football team." But anyway, I was in the backyard in front of 13 drunk moms and dads, and I had the greatest time.
Wow, that's so fucking.
You know
awesome,
I mean?
bro.
I had the greatest time, and I was like, "Wow, I'm killing in this
That's
backyard."
so dope.
So that thing we have, we love that, because look. When you put out,
Why the fuck did you do that?
because I do it. I'm a junkie.
No, I can't.
But dude, when you do a show and you have your written bits, I used to feel this way. And then there's like a crowd work moment, right?
Yeah.
That you have, and then maybe somebody comes up to you after the show and you go, "Hey," and they say, "Oh man. You know what my favorite part was? When you went into the crowd."
Right.
It's like, oh, so not this thing I cultivated for 5 to 10 years?
Because they think it's special. They also don't understand.
But that's
I
what
always
I'm
say.
saying.
I always say like people are not to take anything away from like really great freestyle rappers, but like so many people are like, how do they fucking pick what rhymes so quickly and fucking do it so quick? That's not what they're doing. What they have done is thought about everything that rhymed already.
Yes.
And they
They're
know
going
it.
time, rhyme, slime.
So they're just accessing that database. That's what crowd work is.
I was just about to say because that's exactly, man.
That's what
you
crowd work
watch
is.
a crowd work comic,
if you see one fat girl in the crowd doing some stuff, you're gonna say that, and the next time you go, now it's written.
Bro, I have fucking a
Now it's
Rolodex.
written, yeah.
Bro, I went off on this lady the other day for so long, and I was like, oh, this is all shit that I've fucking said before to my brother, to my But every time I do it, every time I say it, I go, that's hilarious. And then I fucking did it all to this woman. I just unloaded. And it killed, and it kept killing because I'm like, I already know all this shit works.
I know, but if you film that
but
and you put it out,
which I did, but what people
now you can't do that anymore.
No, I still do it. But what people don't know is that they think. And sometimes we are because we are quick and we are, talented at it. But like sometimes people think, how did he think of all of that shit right then? It's not that. It's that we accessed it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that is not.
You have to cover your face like a magician.
Yeah. But that's
This is how we do the comedy.
It's not it's not necessarily.
You're telling us the tricks, man.
But it's not a trick because you still have to be smart and funny to do that and massage it in the way of the moment. Right.
There's people like Ian Bagg who's been doing it forever.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about him.
Of course.
But most of these guys you watch, if you watch these crowd work comics, that's what they do. They've said this. Watch it live 5 nights in a row. They've said the exact same crowd work over and over again. And that's really my problem with crowd work because you're passing written jokes as being in the moment. And then when I come in with a story I want to tell, it's just not the same heat.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Well, also, I feel like that, this is personality based now why people buy tickets, so like again I have this stupid old school feeling about like, hey, you write great jokes, you're a great comic, when you're on stage people love your comedy, right? But this formatting right here has exposed like a different part of your personality, and I think people are buying that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I actually regret doing podcasts.
There are guys
I wish I never would have
like
done
you and Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino and all these guys that are like 5-tool players. You can act, you can write, you can do stand-up, you can podcast. That's very like we think that is so normal, and that is so not normal. That is like such a fucking blessing, dude.
Yeah.
That is such a blessing to be able to just talk for an hour. Most people can't do that.
No,
dude.
I know. When I started my podcast is when I started dating my wife. And I would do a few podcasts, and I was like, "What is this?" And
that's
and
always been your thing, man. Oh my God, this is the thing about this guy.
What?
You're just an enigma of stuff, and then when you're on stage and it's like a thing about you, and it's a great combination of all kinds of things, and then it just people are attracted.
Yeah,
to
you're
that.
a force of nature.
Yeah,
you have what
people
I call,
are attracted to that.
You have what I call Elvis energy. My buddy
exactly
Johnny
what it
calls it Hitler energy, but
It's the same thing.
it's the same.
I say this all the time.
People are drawn to you. And listen, this is
thing.
gonna get really weird. You either have you can't take a class on it. You either have Elvis energy or you don't.
Yeah.
And the only way, and this is where it gets weird, the only way you can get Elvis energy is if you sell your soul. And I'm not gonna say names, I've seen comics who come in one way and you're like, yeah, they're funny, and then one day they show up, they have different fucking energy, and it's and you're like, where did
How do you
this
sell your soul?
there's a bunch of ways to fucking do it, dude. Santeria and all that shit, and then just again going back to LeBron James and the boule and this game that you got to play.
Back. No, but wait. Oh, well, let me challenge this for a second.
Push.
Okay, I remember Nate Bargatze when he first started. He was a chubby dude wearing a backwards hat, and he was doing this sort of stuff. And then he turned into a family man, really put together, because that was a smart decision.
Yeah.
I mean, so one person can be like, "Wow, that guy really changed." He advanced and
Grew
cultivated,
up, figured out his voice.
But another person would say, "Oh, that guy, he got into the occult."
Yeah.
I mean, anything's possible. I know,
You know what I'm saying?
he's the nicest guy I've ever
Right,
met.
I know, but
I would tell you, probably
how do you know the difference?
Nate was crushing when he was a dirty comic, and then he just realized I could do this clean. And the other day, like again, going back to I love watching movies made for my kids. Like I forget what it was, something versus the robot. It was a family that was fighting robots,
Right.
and I could not stop laughing at this movie. And then I go, oh, now I get why people love clean comedy, because it's simple, it's fun, it's easy. I have a real issue when people like dirty comedy's easy. I go,
Stupid.
family comedy's the easiest shit, and that's not taking it away from anybody, dude.
It's
like
all an art.
I mean, like he was dirty, and then he just started to
looks
resonate
great,
with
huh?
people.
That's what I'm saying. No, that. By the way, that picture on the left, that's still him looking great.
Yeah.
from where he started.
That, by the way, that picture of him on the left is the night I met him, and that night we both shot our half-hour specials in the same show, and so he's on either before or after me.
But
isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
And then years later, I was like a name, and I was selling out crowds, and he opened for me, and his jokes were, we both shot our special on the first same night. And now I'm opening for him, and everyone would laugh. He'd be like, "So I'm doing real well." And now this dude's making fucking $100 million a year.
He's got an amusement park.
I know.
Dude,
I'm
that's
gonna
like-
be playing at his amusement park.
That's me and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Yeah.
We used to co-headline
Yeah,
together.
yeah.
He just played Madison Square Garden, and I just played a fucking gay bar in fucking Jacksonville.
That's hilarious. What is this?
You two right next to each other.
Oh yeah. Wow. Zip. One line.
I watched every Comedy Central present.
Same. I loved
in
it.
consecutive order.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know what's so
Who
funny?
are some of these people though? Wow, this is good. Yeah, some of these people came up, went down, came up, went down. You know, you got.
So
Tom
it's
Segura.
interesting.
That was a weird thing. I remember doing when I did this, the half-hour thing.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I was like, "Oh, this is not how you do this."
No, it's weird.
I was like, "You shouldn't do it like this."
So
it's weird.
It's super. So
Jack Whitehall. Oh,
I'm the
yeah.
old guy at the Comedy Store now.
Yeah.
And I was watching this. I was watching this one guy there. I'm not going to say his name.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of my favorite young comics there. He's a great writer. And I've been watching him a lot. And I pulled him aside and I go, "Can I give you some advice from a fan who's been doing comedy 31 years?" He goes, "Yeah, I'd love to hear it," which was so cool to hear, you know? And I go, "You have everything except for one thing."
Oh.
And he goes, "What?" He goes, "The show. You don't have the show.
There's so many
You're good looking. You have great jokes. You don't put on the show." And I started thinking about what.
There's so many people like that.
I watch these
totally
young
understand
comics.
that.
They don't have the show.
I totally understand
and
that.
You know why, Chris? Because it's the comics we grew up watching. When I was coming up, it was Eddie Murphy, Sam Kinison, fucking Dice,
right.
like just fucking showmen, dude.
Or even
These kids are all grew up
Tim
watching
Allen.
fucking Aziz Ansari, fucking you know, all these guys that it was when Hollywood decided clever was more important than
it's
hilarious.
Diluted. It's diluted. Yeah.
Where they just sat there and did the jokes, and you're like, "Wow, that was really clever."
Right.
But am I laughing out loud?
Right.
No. So they tend to stand there.
They want this response.
Yes. It's like, "Oh, we're at the Masters." So the Comedy Store has now decided to start doing a third show at night, and it starts at around midnight, and the crowds are fire. And Rose is throwing all the savages there. And I told her the other day, I go, "This is the closest to old school Comedy Store. Just savagery, dude." Right?
Right.
And it's like because they watch just nerd comics forever doing nerd ass shit. That's why they don't put on a show. I go, "You're missing the show. You got to inflict your will on the crowd. It's not yelling and screaming. It's an energy thing. You gotta. It's like Avatar, man. You gotta control this fucking wild beast, dude."
Yeah.
You know what? 1,000%. And I just, you know,
But
that's
we
why I
all
still
do that.
it.
But we're older comics.
Right, I know, it's
this
interesting.
new
No, I know, it's
generation
interesting.
is stand there and say jokes.
Interesting.
I know. It's just, and then, you know, when you have this other platforms and stuff, like I always say, like, "Hey, man, don't worry about this. Come see me at the Comedy Store. Come see me live, and you're going to be like, oh, who's that guy?"
Yeah.
Completely different, but some people know how to do it, you know.
So one night I get a
everywhere.
late spot at the Comedy Store, and it was just one of those crowds where you're like, they don't want to hear jokes. They just want to get lit the fuck up.
Yeah.
And there was a guy in the crowd, and I just lit this motherfucker up. I'm like, "You look like you made all your money getting punched in the face by black people on TikTok." And he's laughing his ass off, right?
That's funny. Not even know what he looks like.
Yeah. And he
No,
came
I
up to
wanna
me, he's
know what he
like,
looks
"Dude,
like."
you're he's the lead singer of Cage the Elephant, dude."
Oh, really?
And he's just like, "You're the fucking best." It's like, you don't get that unless you go to the show.
Right.
But what these social media people are telling you that it's basic bitch shit.
Right.
It's not coming to see the wild things.
Right. That was him.
Yeah.
That's
dude.
hilarious.
Yeah, he looks like that. I get it.
That's him right there. And that's
Hey guys, come with me while I get punched in the face by black guys.
But listen, Sam.
There's one.
Hey,
Selling out
we
arenas.
we do have to do some
For
business.
that.
We have to do some business, and we want to thank you for coming on the show.
Do your business, dude.
You know what
I
I
hope
mean?
it wasn't
And I
too
appreciate.
serious.
No.
It was
perfect.
guys.
It was absolutely perfect, and you can find Sam.
SamTripoli.com /events.
Yeah, you can check out
You
where
guys
he's going to
should
be.
know- see
Where
what
you
my-
going to be coming up?
Miami. I'm doing Joke World St. Petersburg Festival, Lawrence, Kansas. Then I'm doing Skank Fest.
I'll see you there.
Tulsa, TruthCon in Dallas, Skankfest in New Orleans, and closing it out at the Mothership.
Cool, dude.
Then you can go to me. We'll give you last, Chris, because they're going to be like, I'm going to be at Rooster Teeth Feathers coming up in La Jolla in September. Yeah.
Okay, we got his dates. Bye.
Yeah. No, because it's going to be like, he's going to be, I'm going to be in London. I'm going to be in Denmark. I'm going to.
Bray's
You're
coming
crushing
up,
it, dude.
It's fun.
Yeah. So go to ChrisDelia.com, ErikGriffin.com, and SamTripoli.com events to find out where everybody's going to be. And you know what? Thanks for Sam Tripoli for being on the show,
dude,
guys.
super fun.
And check us out. Check out our Patreon, and check out. We're going to be doing some live ones.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, we're gonna do. Well, we'll do a live here. We'll do a lot.
I think live streaming is the next big thing.
Yeah.
I think it's going to move off of podcasting, and it's just going to be live.
Yeah. Well, that's like crowd work.
Yeah, next week for Patreon subscribers, we're going to go live.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
Patreon subscribers, we're going live next week, so come check us out. Peace. Thanks.